Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Georgetown 36 D7 motorhome. You guys have picked a beautiful motorhome here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you are going to have a slide as well as a big old awning. So there'll be plenty of room for that awning mainly to come in and out, and that'll leave room for that slide. On your off campsite, you got several slides. But what I also want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in all the way at the rear of the unit. Your short cord stores right back here in this back corner, off campsite or driver's side of your tow vehicle. Then your docking station for all of your water will be right next to that. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and get a good parking spot, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. Now your auto leveling system is inside by your driver's unit. Be patient for these auto steps to come out. Head on over to the control panel here, and we're going to turn that on. And then it is at that point you remember, key must be turned into on position, not started, but into on position in order for this to work. Alright, so I just turned it on. Once that's on, all I'm going to do is touch auto. Auto is going to run down all of my auto leveling. It's going to run it down. The unit's going to move around until everything's level, and then this is going to flash and I'll know that everything's done. Once we've got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. So again, back here in our off camp corner, your power cord or short cord is going to store right inside this. Now at the end of that 50 amp service, should you need it, there is a 50 to 30 dog bone. It comes with your convenience pack. And if you need to plug into a 110, you can throw this 30 to 15 adapter right on the end of that. Now there's a convenience of running your power cord down through here. Just open that up, run it down through there. That way you can close your panel here. All right, you got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At campsites, we are going to plug into city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so use this when hooking up. Hook up to your city water connection, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's check one more thing. Let's find your hot water heater. Right around the opposite corner is your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, this will lift right up off here. We're just making sure our drain plug's back in. Throw some plumber's tape around that. Not putty, putty will gum up on you. Get the tape on there, get that in there nice and snug. Then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now if that hose has been on for a little while, you can go inside and deploy your slides if you need to. I need you to get in and open up all your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through all of them. No air in the lines. Then you can shut them off and turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There's an on-off electric element out here. The only time you ever want to turn this on out here is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, leave it taped to off. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, check up here to make sure that your pressure release valves or these reset buttons are bubbled up. Simply press them back in if they are, and then here's your pressure release valve. All right, let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water. We're gonna go boondocking. Well, in that case, we're gonna simply fill up our freshwater tank. Same thing, water pressure regulator. Treat your hot water heater the same way. Just that when you're filling this tank, you're gonna want to be inside and watching the levels of your tanks on your control panel. Once this shows full, remove that hose, push this back on, and then whenever you want to utilize that fresh water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using the city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up with power and water. We're all ready to camp. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit on the outside, starting with this docking station. So again, our city water and the fresh water. Here will be your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black tanks. There's your black and gray tanks to dump. And you got an outdoor shower. Again, convenience areas to run all your hoses down through. In front of that is your generator. Go inside here real quick and start your generator up. So if we come inside to our control panel here, I'll run through all this in a moment, but first I'm gonna start with your generator down here in the corner. We're gonna go to manual operation, and we're gonna hold to start. There it is, purring like a kitten. They can also start and stop this from outdoors. Just give this a good pull. Get that front off with 2 hands. And press in here. You can start that from out here as well. You'll press on the bottom until this lights up. You see it light up. When it lights, then it's primed, and you'll press start up here. And again, this door simply presses in. See if I can put this back on one-handed here. And just press that in, and that's how that holds. All right, continuing down, there's where we'll fuel up at. All of these are storage on this side here, except for your front 2, which is going to have your hydraulics for your leveling system, your inverter, and your propane. Continuing around front, your keys will get you into the front of this. Over on your campsite, we have an outdoor TV. I found your remote. Shut that back off. Set that down in here. Below that, you got a little stereo. Crank that on. Outdoor speakers. So lots of stations on this. Inside here is going to be all your coach batteries. Below that, or next to that, is going to be tons more storage down through here. But this one in particular is going to have your a lot of paperwork and accessories in it. This is the flue for your furnace. 2 things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. And 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Storage, storage, storage. Tons of it. Coming all the way to the back one, which is going to be your freshwater tank. Here's where your filter will go in, and here's your changer for that. That is going to be your hot water heater. Quick connect LP. And that about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, now coming up inside the unit. First thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Just down below that is going to be your entry step power and your battery connection power. Battery connection is going to turn on the power for the whole unit here. As you come in, you've got a little adjustable countertop here. And immediately up here to the left is going to be your control panel. So you hit your home. It's going to show you several different things. We'll go through each one. First one's going to be lighting. You can hit all on or all off from here, or you can individually go through and turn them on and off. Go back to home. Next one's going to be our levels. Here's where you can see when your fresh water. Remember I said your potable water? That's where you tell when that's full. Black and gray tanks, as well as your house and chassis batteries. And then your LP gas, showing that's full. Go back to home again. Our slide controls and our bed tilt. Of course, you know your bed tilt, your bed has to be all the way up position before you can bring that slide in. So if it was too close there. Next will be awnings. Show you real quick to start running your awning out. You're going to want to make sure that everything is clear. You will run these awnings out until your white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see the white bar. I think I got enough room here to run this out. Show you what I mean. There's your white flap. You only want to run that out until that falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your bar. Now if you're not paying attention and you're holding that in, that will continue to run itself out and start to roll itself up backwards. They've yet to design one that'll stop on its own other than the Carefree, which are just one-touch buttons. So keep an eye on it when you run that out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Same thing with your other awning here. Get this the rest way back in. There's your cover for it. Keeps it protected. And we'll go back through. There's awnings. Down here's our generator. I'll come back and start that up in a moment. Down here's our gas for our tank heater. So here's where you can turn on your water pump, your water heater, and then your tank heater. You notice it says caution water level low. That's just a 12-volt pad that's on your tanks in case you think they're going to freeze. So you definitely want to have something in them before you ever have them turned on. Go back to home again. Next is going to be our HVAC. Our living room. We can turn our warmer on. Hear that kick on. Or we can make it colder. Turn our fan down. Go to the bedroom, do the same thing down here. Yep, you're running back there. Shut that off. Heat pump, fan off, cool. Shut everything off. Back to off. And go back to home. Next will be just where we can lock the pad. Should I have all these off? I do. Alright. Above that's going to be your inverter. Coming into your living room, kitchen area. Has some individual lighting up here. Self-explanatory. Microwave does have a light and a high and low exhaust. Cooktop has all this beautiful top for it. The gas is on. You simply turn this over to gas, hit your spark, and then your flame will light up. Same thing on all three of them. You do have a separate pilot light for your oven. Be down below. Lighting here. Completely separate manual on your Fridge here, I just want to mention your travel safety latch. Make sure you got this in here nice and tight before you travel. Coming into the living room, we got some accent lighting, as well as our TV system. Find your remotes here. Find your TV remote, crank that up. So when you arrive at campsites, you'll go into menu and you'll run a digital channel scan. Run a digital channel scan to pick up all of your local channels. A remote for this as well, but I'll just turn it on from here. It's your sound system. So you can get some channels to pick up in here. So you got a couple zones here. A is indoors, shut that off. B is outdoors. Or both. Down below that, fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors and make it brighter or dimmer, but the biggest thing is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas, if you're at a campsite, plug this in, crank this heat up, keep reaching up here because I can feel it kicking out all the way over here. So, and this will get it toasty in here in no time, and it'll save your gas. Come back into our bathroom here. Just want to mention some plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on it. You're bouncing a house down the road. Just keep an eye on your plumbing. See quickly how to flush this. Here's your water saver. So pretty much if you are number 1, you will hit that. And if you are number 2, you will hit that. There's your lighting. See that flush. Oh, you do also have a hand crank open. Power exhaust vent in here with 4 different speeds on that. The hallway here is going to be your solar control panel. What this is going to do is it's going to keep your solar panel from overcharging your batteries. It's a temperature reader. Down here is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, that is always running off your battery. So if you are out boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in, charge your battery, run this every now and then to make sure this doesn't run your battery down. In the living room here, on your sofas, just want to show you these little removable tables, as well as, let's see, we got lighting, we got massage, 3 different levels, heat, 2 different levels of that, power recliners, same thing on both ends. You have some accent lighting up here. Your table will fold down. Remove it off the wall. You'll turn this here, remove it off that wall back there and fold it down. It'll set down onto these. Put your back cushions on top if you want another sleeping quarters. And speaking of sleeping quarters, let me show you how to use your Euro bunk. So controls for it are in here. First and foremost, you have to unlock this safety belt. That is going to keep this from coming up and down, in case you're not here when someone's trying to bring it down. Open this up, turn it on, hit the down arrow. Make sure it's on, hit the down arrow. This automatically comes down all on its own. Pretty simple here. Locks itself right there. And there's your top bunk. Hit the Euro loft arrow up to bring this back up, and then don't forget to put in your safety belt. This will keep that from coming up and down now. So now I've got that in. As you see, this will not move, even turned on with that safety belt on in there. This is also where your breaker box and fuses are. Coming up front, just want to show you real quick before I forget, on your keys, Got this little motor home right here. This is a USB for your owner's manual. Everything you need to know is on that. Plug that into a computer and it'll show you everything you need to know. Guys have a paper version of these sitting in there somewhere. You've also got a curtain to bring down, map lights, lots of controls up through here, your night shade, bring that down and show you that. And then down below that I'll bring down your sunshade. Send them back up. Got a battery boost, your radio, dash, mirror heat, fog lights, a map light. Tons of different options up here in the front. Let's go ahead and head back to the bedroom. Now coming back in the bedroom here, I'm gonna start just going to the closet real quick. Show you that this is your cushion to go on your tabletop when you make that into a bed. You also have this tabletop and leg. Let me show you where that goes real quick. In between your driver's seat, you got this little piece here. See that slot? Well, we're gonna take this, turn it all the way to the left, which it already is. We're gonna line that up with that slot, and then we're gonna start turning to the right. That is actually gonna lock that in there. Turn this around, put your tabletop on there, and that's how that sets up. Continue back here. That will be back in here. Again, this is a big closet area. Everything's magnetic here. Get your TV up here. Crank that up. Let's turn it on. Tons more storage. Again, run your local channel scan when you get there.
Some of our clients, especially in retirement.
In this closet here will be your washer and dryer. As you turn that on at. And separate manuals for those as well to show you how to use those. Your bed's in a recline position. Let me show you how to bring that down. So we are going to come back to our control panel. Touch that. Touch that. Go to the slides. Go to bed tilt. And hold down. That is going to bring your bed down. You can barely see from here, but we'll get that all the way down. Now that slide will not close when that bed is in the down position. Just want to show you that in the down position. And I'll come back in here to your bathroom. Master bath has lighting as well as again a power exhaust fan. Hand crank open to your speeds over here. Shower door, make sure that this baby is snap open for travel. You don't want those nice shower doors slamming back and forth as you're going down the road. Got your GFCI with one reset right there. 110 with that reset. Little plumbing to maintain back here. Again, you're bouncing a house down the road. Just keep an eye on things. Maintain it like you would at home, if not more. You have foot flush on this toilet back here. Again, remember we have to put this back up in the recline position before closing the slide. I think that about covers everything in here. We do got your smoke alarm up above your dinette here. So before we do anything else, let's go ahead and put that bed back up into its reclining position. Alright, it is at this point when closing the unit up, I like to say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all your doors, all your drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Of course, we'll start by making sure our bed's all the way up, but it is. I'm going to come to our control panel here. Touch to unlock. I'm going to start with my lights and hit all off. Make sure all the lights in the unit have went off. We'll walk back here to the bathroom. Just ensuring that everything's been off. Close all of our vents. Any vents we may have open, get them closed. All doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slides from coming in. We're going to go back up here and we're going to go to slides. Now we're going to make sure our bed is all the way up, which it is. We're going to go back here to our bedroom slide and close that up. Just keep your finger on it. I was holding the wrong button here. Here's our in. That's going to bring in your bedroom slide back there. See the foot of it coming in and on there. Go for a sofa dinette. Bring this slide in. After that last slide has closed, go on over here to your auto leveling system again. Again, ensure that your key is on in order for this to come on. Turn that on. At this point, we're just going to hit retract all jacks. When you hold that down, that's going to bring up all of your leveling jacks. You're going to see weight. Once it's all done, come out of your unit. Now if we're all boondocking, get up in here and dump your fresh water tank. Otherwise, get in here and open up both of your low point drains. Get them draining out. Once they're done, if we're at a campsite, head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Remember, your dump is all the way at the rear of the unit here on your driver's side. Once you arrive, you got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Take that hose, hook it up, run it down through here and into your sewage. As soon as you're all hooked up, pull this black handle. Now your black handle is going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. Once it shows it's empty, leave this black handle open, grab that hose at the dump station and your water pressure regulator, and hook that up right down here. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes and let that wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout spray that you put in there has drained before closing this black handle. When that's done, close the black handle and pull your gray handle. Now your gray handles will be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, store your sewage hose in here in a nice sanitary place. Now if you are done camping for the season, you want to empty your hot water heater. Again, make sure your low point drains are drained first. Come to your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, it's going to dump a little hot water out of there. When that's done, push that back down, otherwise your door won't go back on. And then you can pull your drain plug down here to get the residual hot water. Then you are all set and can head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Georgetown for many years to come. Happy camping.